and let them take over. This one, I couldn't resist. I did bring this one because I sold so many of them this summer. This is one of my favorite ones. We talked about the search engine marketing training for 2007. I sold, this is how I made my living this summer, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty cool stuff. Robert De Niro from Taxi Driver, from his favorite line, "Are you talking to me?" Who are you talking to? He says, "Are you talking to me?" And so SEO search question asks, who are you talking to online? And if you're not talking with the search engines, you have a good chance you're not entertaining anybody but yourself on the search engine. So it's really important. And I talked about how I actually beat Yahoo and Google by 2.1 million pages in my niche markets, just by using really smart search engine practical tools and techniques. And this is a really cool program. And what was nice about it is that since search engine marketing has changed so much, what I've basically done is I'm getting blogs, podcasts, search engines. All of those guys have their own search engines. Blogs have their own search engines. Podcasts have their own search engines. And of course, search engines have different directories, niche directories, subdirectories for every industry. For everything from home builders, they have their own version of Yahoo. Mortgage people have their own version of like Google. There's subdirectories for every state, every region, and it's mind-blowing. You want to be plugged into as many of those sources as possible, and that's where a lot of companies blow it. They think, well, I'm on Yahoo, that's good enough. I'm on Google, I'm good. Or they're paying for it, which is worse yet. They're paying to be in those places, to have that privilege, and we don't do that. We actually show you how to get in there for free, organically. I'm doing this thing next spring. You're going to laugh at this. I told you about this already. I'm actually going to get some farmer's clothes. Did I tell you about this? And I'm going to get my picture taken like the Sun-Made Raisin type character. Mm-hmm. I'm going to actually put my picture on a little package of seeds I'm going to give out. Get it? Organic.
Oh, wow.
I'm the organic farm guy.
That's great.
And some people I talk to that know say, "Oh, Cantu, don't do that. Don't get the overalls." And yeah, you need the overalls, folks, if you're going to do it. The hat and everything. And there's always some comedy in what we do. Mm-hmm. If you take your stuff too seriously, I think you're on a bad road. Because there's a lot of comedy in what I do, or I try to stick in as much as possible. This Robert De Niro thing is pretty funny, and of course some of the podcast shows that we do are pretty. Sometimes they can get a little humorous, and but yeah, the whole farming thing I thought was kind of funny. The whole organic, because we do organic listings. We don't do pay per clicks at all. We do strictly organic listings. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of a fun thing, and this is of course. All the stuff they get. This is kind of like, we talked about just everything, from how to get ranking and positioning, metadata code placement, how to get your pages to rank properly, how to write sales copy like you see here. We included all this stuff in it. Directory list placement, pay-per-click strategies, and Google Analytics. Then we started writing some really cool ebook captures, lead captures. And vlogging, video vlogging. That's a damn good deal, actually. You get all this cool stuff in it,
It's so good, you want to buy it.
Yeah, I want to buy it for myself. And this is pretty amazing. So, and of course, we started looking at different strategies too, like how to write ebooks and how to send them up there in cyberspace and let them collect leads for you, which is pretty good. I got my PayPal thing connected, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I'm actually going to sell my ebooks online and make them viral.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. We're getting dangerous now, folks, so I'll let you know how that goes. I'm going to be in New York next week, but when I come back, we're going to get dangerous, you and I.
Yeah, exactly. I'm interested in that.
And of course, once again, I have my year guarantee, and I think the pink pages is nice because it's very official. There's a lot of color psychology, too. Like the goldenrod that you see here, it keeps people reading. I don't know what it is. There's a certain font combination that works too. Like Arial is good. Arial's good, but I like Tahoma because Tahoma, for some reason, it just grabs people, and it really gets them excited, about what we do. And you see this headline here is pretty long, but if we shorten it down, like can you see this one over here? We actually shortened this one down to 3 lines, made it Tahoma. It's more punchy now, and it's smaller, but yet it looks it looks kind of there's a weight to it. If you don't know this, folks, I'm a big fan of boxing posters and from the 40s and 50s. I like that loud, punchy look, and people also read in sections. You know, I think more than 3 sentences on some of the grouping it's just enough information chunks for you to decipher it and say, oh, I like this one, I like this one, I like this one, I got it. Oh, here's my bullet points. It just starts to, you know, like a machine gun, like rat-a-tat-tat. You know, you go all the way down, and it starts to make a lot more sense. As opposed to, I had the nightmare opportunity of going through someone else's copy, and they had a bullet point that was like this dense, it was this long.
Wow.
And I call those jealous girlfriend letters, because if you ever get a letter like that from somebody, and the woman just goes on and on and on about all the things that you did wrong, it's like this dense, and you gotta sit there, I'm not gonna read all that, and that's what your clients are gonna be like, they're not gonna read all that either, you know? They wanna read short, to the point, in your face, you know, copy that's gets right to the message. And so the goldenrod is and the Tahoma typeface is a really nice combination for that sort of thing. You stack them up 3 high. There's little things too, like ascenders and descenders on the sales copy. So we capitalize each front of the letter of the word instead of just letting it be all caps. So like, you ever see the beginning of Citizen Kane?
Yeah.
You know, you remember the credits? It's like, Orson Welles presents Citizen Kane. It's like, okay, I got it. You know, you know,
I think I know the name
I
now.
got it now. It's okay. You know, and then there's a little more subtlety with this stuff, and you just really want to have more style to it, and that really seems to do it. The pink paper, on the other hand, is a little more official, and it's like official. If you want to collect money from people, if you want to have a fax and order form, pink's the way to go. It's just. You know, Tom Hopkins actually kind of talked about this too the other day. He didn't really call us like there's like words that create fear and price. You never say price. You never say order form. You say acceptance fee, right? Kids, acceptance fee. And you called it an agreement form. Mm-hmm. And then your tuition fee. And then you still get your price, but you know, it's the wording you got to be careful with. Can actually scare people away. Anytime there's opportunity, green is always good, you know, for money, you know, and that's always a good thing. And I brought this along. I know you've probably seen this before.
Yeah.
This is the fax in order certificate. If anybody has any questions for me, I'll review something for them. The price is pretty low. We got to kind of beef that up a bit, but it just basically it lets people know if they want to see something, if they're working on something on a website, or if it's or a blog and want me to check something, there's a free consultation. And if you go through my blogs and sites.